morning, good afternoon, good evening.
We are on spring break.
Oh wait,
But we are always working. Hashtag always working.
hustling.
And so we just wanted to get on and film a quick little intro, outro update on our Botox, on our
Dysport.
on our what's the word though?
Facial injections.
On our facial injections.
Yes.
We have had some facial injections recently. We are 2 weeks out. So first we're gonna actually show you the procedure and the office and the questions that we asked Dr. Emily Clarke-Pearson at Charm City Plastic Surgery in Fells Point in Baltimore, Maryland. And then we're gonna flash forward, which is actually right now, and tell you and show you our final faces.
Yeah, so if you have any questions about Botox or Dysport, you've thought about getting it done, you want to see how not a big deal it is, go ahead and watch it. If you don't like needles, don't watch it.
Yeah.
Because we are showing you needles going into our faces. They're 30 gauge or whatever.
Oh, I don't know.
They're very little. They're like insulin needles.
But so
Tiny.
you just drag that tool to fast forward, and then you can watch us talk about it, and you don't have to watch us actually like
Exactly.
get shot up in the forehead.
Or you could play it and listen to the questions and answers, but just hide your eyes.
Do a puzzle. Do your own makeup. I don't know.
Scroll on your phone. Doesn't matter. So
We know you're probably pooping right now.
definitely pooping.
We know a lot of people watch us while they're pooping. People have told us that.
So, let us know if you have any questions. We may have already answered them. Go ahead and give that a watch. But,
And we want to first of all thank Dr. Emily Clarke-Pearson and her staff at Charm City Plastic Surgery.
they're wonderful.
This is not a sponsored video,
Nope.
but I did receive my treatment for free because I won a raffle.
Yeah, she did.
And then Danielle was graciously given a discount for her services, but it is not a sponsor. These are literally our own opinions, and we tell ya.
So roll that beautiful bean footage.
We do look like baked beans.
So, let's talk about Botox because it's like when for new people, it's like baby steps, and you probably have all these ideas in your head of like what it does or what it could do. And
Right. The funny thing in the last couple months, I realized that I'm like developing the high forehead lines. I was like, I don't really make that face all that often. Why are they there?
Right.
And I realized it's because when I'm doing my makeup, I'm in the mirror like this.
Yeah.
And I'm lifting. But
Totally.
So we film a lot of Insta stories,
of
and I
course.
was watching one, and I just thought, oh my god, what are those doing there? When did those get there?
Yeah.
I don't remember those being there even a year ago. And so that was the thing. And I've tried to train myself to relax my face when I'm doing my
face
makeup.
yoga.
Just stop doing that. But it's very hard for me because especially since I wear glasses, doing my eye makeup, I have to be like all up in the mirror, and I can't. So I think it's just something I won't ever be able to stop doing. And then I do. I mean, this is like a very key face for my whole family. Like we're definitely big eyebrow people. So that one, I don't notice it as much. Like I feel like it doesn't stay when I relax my face, but I know that over time, the amount of time that I'm making a very judgy face will bite me in the ass.
So then what I would propose to start is doing a little up top, saying hi on the brow, just to sort of help with those high lines that you're noticing.
Yeah.
And then do about 10 units in the middle here, and that will help to calm things down.
Okay.
Around your eyes, you have sort of sultry eyes, and a little opening there could be worth trying, but I don't want to push all three areas on you if you're not bothered.
I'm not against it because I think because I wear glasses all the time, I don't notice the like little fine lines as much.
Yeah.
But at the same time, they are magnified because it does hit right there.
That's a good point.
So like the frames block them, but the actual my eyeglasses magnify them. So I do notice them, but I just don't notice them as much because the glasses are there. But I'm not against it.
Yeah, well then let's do a little in here and a little in your brow. The thing with Botox is that it can, especially for this move, making your brow, I don't want to overdo it. So it's and feeling too heavy can be an uncomfortable or can be annoying for people.
And my thing is that I've never been able to hide my face. Like I have very pronounced like thoughts all
Yes.
written all over my face, so I don't necessarily want to lose that.
Right.
But
We just want to like soften.
Right.
Things
I just want to look
bit.
young forever.
Yeah. Okay.
Youngish forever.
Fresh.
Yeah.
Fresh. It's like
Right.
Refreshed.
Like you woke up like this because you literally will wake
Like
up like
I
that.
slept.
exactly.
Yeah.
I would like to look like I sleep.
Well, that's good. I think we start with like 20 units, and I'll
Yeah.
distribute it in those 3 areas. You know, with a little lesser in here and a little more in here, because this muscle tends to be the strongest. And then it usually takes about up to 7 days to set in. It's not like an on-off switch, so the medicine has to like get working a little bit. It tends to, it stays very local, so people are all like, oh, what if it gets in my bloodstream or goes systemic?
Yeah.
It's such a micro dose of this what is actually a paralytic agent that it just stays right in that little muscle.
Okay.
And it just feels like a little pinches. I use a
Yep.
31 gauge needle, which is like it's a needle people use to deliver insulin to themselves. It's
Okay.
it's the finest they make.
Oh yeah, make your expressions so we can. Yeah. Good.
Like when I'm doing my makeup, it says.
Yeah, I can see it.
I know I feel it. And then a lot of winking. So
Yeah.
I got a lot of.
Yeah, I gotcha. Your little crow's feet. We won't call them crows. We'll call them like sparrow's feet because they're smaller.
Yeah, I feel like
Rabbit's feet.
Robin's feet, little finch feet.
Yeah.
So I wrote down some questions that I remember asking whenever I first went in. So to help people, does it hurt? You kind of touched on that,
It definitely. It's a little stingy and uncomfortable.
right? It's a needle in your face.
Exactly, but it's a fine needle, and I tend to move relatively quickly, so it's short-lived. The people that I think have the most discomfort is when you like clench up.
Yep.
So I tell people like do the yoga breathing here,
Yep.
relax, and then sometimes we'll take a little break halfway through and just check in, how you're
Yep.
doing, or you tell me like okay, like give me a second. But it's so short-lived that
Yeah.
it tends to just kind of forget about it after.
Right.
There can be a little stingy spot. In the middle here, there's some other sensory nerves that kind of, again, when you're sort of feeling stress,
yeah.
that spot. So sometimes I can like tickle those a little, and you're like, ooh. But it's not. It's so like boop 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 boop.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
it's over, and you're gonna forget I did it. Kind
Yeah.
Of thing.
I've always thought I've had like a reasonably high pain tolerance.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you'll be fine. If I can handle it, you can handle it.
I will say, men tend to be way more
Shocking.
wimpy about it. I don't know.
Okay, tell me who's surprised.
They're just like.
Yeah.
And it's like, ugh.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, just breathe, relax.
Right.
It's okay,
So I've had it done twice.
Okay.
The first time, the injector used an ice roller to kind of,
Distract a little bit.
yeah, and then the second time I had numbing cream put on.
Okay.
Do you use anything like that, or you just go straight in?
Don't. For filler, when we do filler, which is not what we're doing today, and that you don't need it, or I'm not a pusher. For
Well, we
that
have
kind of
questions
thing.
about it, actually.
Yeah, I love answering. I can answer all the questions, but it's for some filler, particularly when I do people's lips. I've got this great numbing cream that I use for that. Because that can be a little more uncomfortable.
Yeah.
With Botox, because the sting actually comes from the medicine itself, not. I mean, the little needle is a little annoying, but the actual like the little burn that accompanies it is because the medicine is a little unbuffered.
Right.
So even if topically you're numbed on top, it doesn't make that much
Right.
difference.
You still gonna burn underneath.
Yeah, exactly. And then you also have this like weird numb forehead.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
I
I didn't like having the numbing cream put on.
Yeah.
It felt weird.
Yeah.
Are you excited?
I am.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Good. You're gonna be fine.
Oh, I'm totally gonna be fine.
It's the
That
tiniest
I'm not worried
needle
about.
ever.
That's a good question. And again, it can take
Yeah.
up to a week. So a lot of times patients will call like 3 days later. They're like,
it
I'm
didn't
not
work."
noticing anything. I'm like, let's wait. Sometimes for newbies, I'll even say, let's just make an appointment to bring you back in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Because I know at that point it's going to be set in
Yep.
to the fullest.
So are you using Botox or Dysport?
Today, it actually varies. This is actually Dysport, which it's a little stronger.
I've never had Dysport.
And if you want to use Dysport too, the Dysport, so Dysport and Botox are the same thing. It's like Pepsi and Coke. But Dysport works a little bit quicker, which I like, and I also find it to be a little bit stronger. I use
Okay.
it when I do my own. I use Dysport because I think for your first time I want you to see a good result, and then Botox got the brand name because they were out first, just like Kleenex or chapstick. We can use Botox, but I just I think you're gonna see a little better result with Dysport.
Yeah.
And we can
I'd like to try it.
Both unit by unit. It's the same price. Yeah, it's truly preferential, and I'll have patients that were getting Botox for a while, and they're like, I don't feel like it's lasting as long, so I'll switch them to Dysport.
When I've had it in the past, so I've had Botox twice. And
When was the last time you had it?
the very beginning of December.
Okay, good.
And
okay, so you're like
4 months. Yep. And the doctors have always said 3 to 4 months. What's the lasting power of Dysport?
I usually say about the same.
Okay.
Because it works a little quicker, you get a little more out of it, and
Right.
some people find it to be you get a little more time out of
Okay.
it too. I just feel like the medicine itself works a little stronger. Just like you get more for 20 units of Dysport, you get a little more effect than 20 units of Botox.
Okay. Such a big girl.
I know.
Taylor, yeah, I know, right? Okay, take your glasses off for me and relax. Beautiful. Your brows are gorgeous. Ugh.
I did them this morning just for you.
Oh, thank you.
I was like, okay, well,
You knew it was coming.
I'm not gonna wear any makeup, but like I need eyebrows on.
Okay, now smile for me. Yeah, let me see those little smile lines. This won't change your smile at all. It's just like a little pinch. And you can relax your face. So, it's hard to smile when somebody's putting needles in your face. Just 3 little pinches. You good?
Yeah, that's actually the first
Nothing.
one. I was like, are you even in there?
Yeah, exactly.
It's much harder to watch than it is to get it. I will say that.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
If you start feeling lightheaded at all, some people get like a little woozy with this, so just let me know.
Yeah.
Occasionally people get a little clammy. All right, angry face for me. Ooh. Just teething. And everybody, this muscle tends to be pretty strong, and everyone. All right, turn toward me a little and raise your brow up. Traipse along. You doing okay?
Yeah, I think probably up there is like maybe the most painful.
That's where I feel it the most.
Interesting.
I kind of wonder if it's like that's where my skin is the thinnest, or like there's just less fat up there.
Not too bad.
No.
Occasionally you can be a little, one of the two of the little spots can ooze a little, or you can get a teeny tiny bruise.
What about makeup application? How long before?
Totally fine. You could put it on now.
Really?
I'll do it and on people, and then they'll go back to work.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can put makeup, you can exercise. That's all like old lifestyles.
Yeah.
You could go do handstands and
I want to watch
Yeah.
Well, I mean today we're literally just doing.
this.
We're doing a fitting for a photo shoot on Sunday.
Oh, fun.
And I'm getting my hair done, so I'm good to go.
Man, you got a great day.
Yeah.
How did you get your hair done?
It's
Yeah,
just
that's
a little.
great.
It's a studio over in Canton called Zoom. It's like a super tiny, family-owned studio. Yeah.
I do also think that of course I'm like a relationships person, so I like seeing people regularly.
Yeah.
But it allows me to fine tune it if we do it like every 4 months instead of. Some people will wait like every 6 to 8 months, so it's fully worn off, and then we're like starting from ground zero every time. So.
And I think that, I know you were saying it's hard to train your face to not make that expression when you're doing your makeup, but when you have, like, you'll notice that you will train your face because your face won't move.
That's what I was.
able to,
That was what I was hoping for. Is I was like, I can't
over
get.
time.
I'm like working very hard at not making that face.
Yeah.
But I just could use a little help to not.
It like stops that feedback loop almost. And they've done studies actually, and it's of course there's a lot of variables involved, but women will report feeling less depressed, less like quick to anger because they can't animate that middle area.
It's probably like one of the weirdest smiles to have to hold.
Yeah, exactly. yeah, and you're okay. Relax now, because I see where I'm going with this excitement. And this little one up under the eyebrow causes a little lift, so that'll combat as we're
Perfect. Our favorite is always.
Raise your brow more. Okay.
Our favorite is always
hocus pocus when they say younger. And that's our goal.
Always.
I love it. All right. I like the sound of that.
I can't hear it today. Normally I can hear
It's
it
all
going
crunchy.
into my head.
All right, turn toward me a little and raise that brow again. Good. You don't have a great deal of activity, which is
Not a lot of activity.
not a lot of activity.
Good.
Or we're staying ahead of it, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Because before... Oof.
Yeah, a lot of activity.
Yeah, so much activity. I was so active.
I know, it makes me, I feel like we're talking about like Wi-Fi.
Busy brow.
Yeah.
All right.
Busy brow.
Smile more.
In 2 weeks, you're going to be like, I love my face.
Literally like,
I'll never go back. That's what I tell my husband all the time.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'll never go back.
There. Treat. All right, raise again one more time for me with a tiny bit more here. This side is a little stronger. There. Of course, it bleeds in the last one.
Yeah, that one was a bleeder.
Classic.
Really? I could hear it.
Yeah, that's you know. Well, a little pressure right there.
Sure.
hit a spot.
Oh, hello! Tan Mom's reporting for duty. So we are literally in North Carolina on spring break 08 right now.
Spring break, 2008.
But we figured it's also exactly 2 weeks since we had our appointment for injectables with Dr. Emily Clarke-Pearson at Charm City Plastic Surgery in Fells Point,
Baltimore, Maryland.
So we figured we would go ahead and give you a review and a little, so to give you an update on the results, because you would have just watched us the procedure.
We look 10 shades darker than we did in that because we have been spray tanned.
We are beautifully bronzed. We are drinking Coffee is for Closers, an iced coffee porter by Full Steam. I've had this before too. You have?
Mm-hmm.
It's delicious. It's a coffee beer.
It is a coffee beer. It's so good. So we're going to give you our final thoughts, show you the after. I did not bruise. Did you bruise?
No, not at all.
Okay, and I did have a little bit of tenderness when I washed my face, but that always happens to me every time I get it. Like when I rubbed in the stuff, I was like, oh, that's a little tender, but you had a needle in your head.
Mine wasn't noticeable enough to really even consider it like a side effect. If it was tender, it was so minimal that it just didn't. I was actually so shocked by this part of it because I consider myself to be an easy bruiser. I'm definitely a bleeder. And neither of those things were an issue. We literally went straight from our appointment to a fitting for a photo shoot, and no one said anything about our faces because the redness was so minimal, and like there was no like continued bleeding or like you wouldn't even know. I could have gone back to work.
So you saw right here, I did have one. It was the very last injection she gave me, and it was a bleeder, but it stopped about 30 seconds after I put pressure on it. So.
Right, by the time we left the office. So this was my first time getting Botox. I'd never had it before, and we keep saying Botox, and that's not correct. It was Dysport. It's the same product under 2 different company names, and I think it's technically a slightly different product.
Dysport works more rapidly than Botox. So Botox sets between like 7 and 14 days is when you can really see results. Dysport starts showing you results about 3 days in. And then she said she thinks you're probably fully set. You're fully frozen at day 7.
Yeah, but I will say I feel like I have even noticed changes day 7 through 10.
Yep. I think it relaxed more for me.
Agreed.
It was my brow was feeling very heavy, which is easy to do because I do have a pretty small forehead. But I do feel like it's relaxed and I do feel better. There were a couple of days where I was like, oh my god, I think I did too much.
Agreed. I mean, I was texting her. I was kind of in a panic. And I don't want my face to be frozen. I don't want to be feeling that way.
Right.
And I definitely think in the last couple days, I feel way better about it. I was genuinely freaking out. Probably day like 5, maybe like 5 through 8. I was like, uh-oh, I did this too much. I felt like it was like coming towards my eyeballs, and I even felt a little heaviness.
You know when you crack into a fresh book and it's really hard to keep it open if it's like a hardback or a paperback, or is it so dang new, but like once you start working and turning those pages, it really loosens up. That's how my forehead is.
Or like a new pair of shoes.
You gotta break them in.
You gotta break them in. I agree. I absolutely agree with that. But
so don't freak out. It can always be finessed after you've had the procedure done. Like you could go back in, and if you feel like you need more, they can do that. They can top you off.
honestly, it does, I mean, it dissipates, it's not like it's forever. But yeah, so, and I do know that had I called the office and been like, I'm feeling blah, 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 I know she would have had me come in like that day and we would have talked about it and she would have felt it out. But I actually, because I had Danielle and I knew that she had done it before, I was talking to her about it and she's like, just wait for the is that a bird? She just said, just wait until the 2 weeks. Really, that's the important part. And actually, I have a follow-up appointment scheduled next week, and it should have been today, but because I'm out of town, I'm gonna wait until next week. So she specifically does schedule a follow-up appointment to make sure that you are happy with your results.
Especially if it's your first time.
Yeah.
I do think that's really important.
So the areas that I got, and you'll probably have seen this in the video, and I'm gonna scoot closer, I'm gonna get real up in there. The areas that I was injected
Scoot to the middle.
so when we first went in there, you saw this, she asked me what I was specifically concerned about, and that would be right here, because this is like a very mullet or a very family face for me to make. Our whole family makes it, but the lines here were very deep and they sort of stayed even when my face was relaxed. And I also make that face all day long and don't know that I do it. I also had been noticing some lines across my forehead and I did not want them. So she went up, I mean, really like almost up in my hairline. And then she did a little bit just around my crow's feet and right here, which I have noticed a major difference.
Smile. And then act like you're doing your mascara.
So this is when I was noticing these lines, is when I was doing my makeup, my eye makeup. I would lift my eyebrows and I would have these lines right across my forehead. I can't. I will say, I think I could go a little bit lighter in this general area because the wrinkle that's produced when I scowl is minimal, but I think I want a little bit more movement on my inner corners of my eyebrows. It does not bother me at this point, but I think just next time, knowing that it was my first time, I think there's definitely some figuring it out you have to do, but
you've got to find your perfect potion, you know?
And I will say,
no two people are the same.
It's definitely picked up this eyebrow a little bit.
Yeah.
So I can get kind of like villainy eyebrows.
You look like Mary from Hocus Pocus.
On my dream. But yeah, so I mean, you can see everything still moves. I still have full expression. This part, I mean, not everything moves. This part of my forehead does not move.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with that because really this part wasn't doing that much moving to begin with.
Similarly, I had concerns about my forehead lines, but mine were drastically minimized versus this time last year because I've had it 3 times now. So this is me like really trying to look surprised. And I do have good lift in my brow. I like it. Mine, I do feel like has settled. I was feeling like it was a little bit heavy and I even had like a little bit of dimpling above my brows for a couple of days, but that went away. So just, you know, don't freak out. Don't overreact until the full time has passed and then you can always go back and talk to your doctor. And I had some in my smile lines as well. And I will say I have noticed a really big difference with the lack of lines around my eyes.
And do you think that is new this 3rd time around?
I did it the 2nd time, but I think I noticed more of a difference this 3rd time. But Botox is one of those things where like you just keep getting it and it's just like better and better and better forever. You know, once you start, you just can't stop. And then I never had the 11s, which is pretty, I mean, most people have that. Most people have the 11s and not like the washboard forehead lines. I was the opposite, yeah. Like, I never...
Can you look at me? Let's see. Oh, yeah.
I never really had those lines anyway, so she does very little there. And I think that's why I have more movement in the front of my brow. I'm very happy with them. As far as affordability, this was the most affordable place that I've been. She charges by the unit, which isn't always the case. You can get charged by the area, which is how it was the first time I went, and that was much more costly. And then Emily does charge by unit. I did receive mine at a discount, but the normal price per unit is $14, which I feel like is extremely comparable and fairly priced within our area. Every place is different. My advice, and I talked about this in the blog post, my advice to everyone is don't look at Groupon and be like, oh, this is the cheapest deal, I'm gonna go here, because they could very well be a very reputable doctor or esthetician, but you don't know, and you really just want to make sure you're asking all the right questions. You saw how many questions we asked Emily. I do that every time. I don't just assume that because you're a plastic surgeon, you know what you're doing.
And she said like the number one most important thing is making sure that the person doing your procedure is a board certified plastic surgeon.
Yeah, I mean,
or cosmetic.
Right, like cosmetic esthetician.
Yeah, I think there's another thing.
Because you can go to a medical spa and it's not a plastic surgeon administering the Botox or the Dysport, but they are qualified.
There are dentists that will do Botox. But yeah, so we are very happy. I will definitely be going back. I have my follow-up next week. I will report back probably on Insta stories.
Yes.
I don't really think I need any more. I don't need a top-up or anything, but I would just like to have her see the results, see what she thinks, and then also I can talk to her a little bit about the fears that I had when it first happening and see if that's normal.
Yeah.
I'm sure it is. But
oh, absolutely.
plus, it's just nice to see her because the girls that work there are amazing.
Women had so much fun.
The women that work there are fantastic. They have
are.
a really great like pharmaceutical cosmetic line.
Yeah, skincare.
It's fun, but they have, you can test it all, so that's kind of fun.
Yeah. And they serve you coffee.
Yeah.
They have a water bowl for your dog. And I will say, so I have had it at 3 different offices. And that's not to say like, oh my God, I don't like the first 2 places I got it. I love to try things and I love to try different places. You got to find out what works for you. So every single place that I've had it administered has been a completely different experience. The first time I had ice rolling done to kind of take away from the pain. The second time the doctor put actual numbing cream on, which I don't think was necessary. And then this time she just went straight in and it was painless. You saw us get it done.
No, it's not painless. That's not true. It's not painless.
It's not painful.
It's not painful. It's less painful than a bikini wax.
Yeah. It's like a very mild bee sting, like a sweat bee. It's like a little pinch, but it goes away instantly. And, you know, that, I don't know. I really love it every time I get it. I'm not going to stop anytime soon.
I hate
that.
I do not like needles, but I didn't have a problem with this one. There was maybe one that I think just like hit me in a spot that it made my eyes water, but it wasn't making me cry. It literally just like boop, popped a tear out.
Right.
I would say if you're worried about that, talk to your provider first. Say that you're worried about the pain or you're scared of needles, and then they will, you know, work with you. Problem solve.
If you have any other questions, please feel free to leave them in the comments below. We are open books. We would love to talk to you about it.
And we're now worn open books. We're not the fresh ones.
Right.
We're crack our spawns.
No, the spawns have been cracked 17,000 times.
The pages are dog-eared.
Yeah. So thank you for watching.
Yeah, as always.
Yeah.
Oh,
we'd love to try new things.
If you're wondering about our spray tans, we go to 2 Bronzed Babes in Baltimore, specifically Rachel, who's located in Pikesville. And then she also has a mobile business, which is amazing. She will come to you. You can have a spray tan party. If you have like a bridal party that all wants to get sprayed, she'll do that. And there's a discount for that.
For multiple people. Yeah. I've had her come set up in my living room. And I've also gone to her studio twice. I love her.
And I will say what I think is really funny is Danielle and I were actually sprayed with the exact same formula, and we've turned out 2 totally different colors.
Yeah.
Just because of how it mixes with our own body chemistry.
Yeah. I love it though. Like neither of us have any makeup on right now. Correct. We did not say that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. These are totally barefaced. We wanted to because we had no makeup on when we filmed the Botox, the Dysport video, and so we wanted to have the tan all kind of skews it though.
Yeah.
Because we look thinner and you're beautiful.
That's right. My hair is probably more clean than it was in that last video too.
I don't remember. But yeah, so if you have any questions about spray tanning or injectables,
Botoxing,
Dysporting,
it's the same thing. As always, thank you for watching.
Thank you.
Go ahead and watch our last video, watch our next video,
and watch all the videos.
Do them all.
What's in your mouth?
Oh, I've rediscovered this. I love rediscovering things because it's free.
I have to look at what mine is.
This is the Fresh brand Sugar Tinted Lip Treatment with SPF 15, and the shade is Tulip. I love this. This is what I pack in my beach bag during the summer. I'm almost out. It's just almost like a popsicle stain on your lips. Very hydrating. I love the citrus smell, and I love the color of this. And I like the packaging.
On my mouth is the tried and true Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk. I am literally almost out. Danielle also got me to try fake nails.
Press on.
Press sounds. I literally peeled off the back, pressed them on.
Oh yeah, someone did want us to do our nails. So that brand is Impress.
So it's got a statement nail, a little holograph. I will say I've never worn fake nails before. This was a weird This is a weird experience for me.
Yeah.
They've grown on me. When I first put them on, I was very disturbed by them. But the more that I have them on, the more they're okay. But I definitely think I could file some of them to make them look more like mine.
Right.
And not like I'm digging.
Digging for clams.
Uh-huh.
Mine are gel.
Red carpet manicure.
Red carpet manicure, and the shade is Ooh-La-licious. And it kind of reminds me of like a deeper Cajun shrimp.
I was going to say Cajun shrimp.
I love it. I love it so much. Okay. Thank you very much. We will see you in the next one. Do we have anything else? Please no.
I think that's it.
Right.
Give it a thumbs up, like, comment, subscribe, ring that bell so that you get notifications every time we post a new video. And some of you have been saying that you have rung the bell and you're not getting the notifications.
YouTube has blacklisted us.
We are not YouTube tech support, so we can't tell you why that's happening.
No.
But we're very sorry, and we promise we want you to see our video as soon as it comes out. Because nothing makes us happier than posting a video and then immediately seeing that like 250 people have watched it.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
Thank you, and we will see you next time.